Yo, what's up, boys and girls? It's your boy, Khoi. Sorry I haven't been posting for a while. I'm grieving, my dudes. I'm grieving hard. Long story short, my grandfather died. And my dad, who flew all the way from Vietnam to Australia to visit us last week, well, the week before, he had to go back to Vietnam after 5 days because we heard the news my granddad died. So yeah, nobody in Australia even know my dad came here. You know, all of his friends here, no one actually knew that my dad came here because he had to leave so suddenly. You know? Yeah, my dad is a big introvert, so this works out well for him too, because yeah, he doesn't like socializing with people. Well, he loves helping out people and he loves talking to people, but when it comes to eating with people, he's a bit like me actually. He doesn't want to eat with people. He might even be autistic, I don't know. But yeah, we don't like eating with other people. When it comes to mealtime, we like to go home and eat our boring ass food. Because when you eat with other people, you know, like you sit around a table and you can't talk to a group of people. Have I told you guys that? You can't really talk to a group of people, no matter how hard you try. You can only talk to one person at a time. If you sit in a group setting, if you try to talk to multiple people, you have to go around the room and go around the table. Each person gets an allocated amount of time to talk. Yeah, we can't talk to multiple people. That's just me, and that's just my dad. So it works out well for him. He didn't have to meet anyone here in Australia. He basically got here, and then 5 days later, we heard the news. My grandfather is in hospital again. He got a stroke and then he died after 1 day of being back home. You know, it was really sad. But for some reason this time around, when my maternal grandfather died, it's as if I have already, you know, expected this, so I don't feel as shocked as before. Whereas when my grandfather from my dad's side died, it was a huge shock, man. It was the first time I've experienced death in my family. And so I had a massive existential crisis right there. I remember back then I was like 18 years old as well. I was a uni student. Hearing the news that my grandfather died, that was a huge shock to me. And I would even say that it was one of the many causes for my suicide attempts. You know, just the sheer existential dread, you know, like, why am I here if I'm gonna die in the end? Also, like my great-grandfather, you know, like, what is even the point? What is even the point of reproducing, having children, when everybody's gonna die in the end? You know, those big questions came to me at the age of 18. And don't get me wrong, I've questioned these things much earlier. I remember in high school when I was about 14, 15, that's when depression first hit me, and which reminded me of something the other day when I was working. And you know, at dinner time, I sat down with my colleagues. We normally go to the canteen and we sat at this table. Again, I'm a big introvert, I don't like this stuff. But yeah, it's just something we do as a unit, you know, to feel some sense of camaraderie and teamwork. You know, it's team building. So yeah, we were sitting down at the table down at the cafeteria, and my manager, well, the after-hour manager, or the technical term for such managers are associate nurse unit managers. So, you know, like people who help the nurse unit manager do their jobs after hours and everything. She's, by the way, she's also a close friend of mine, and she's the girl that I told you guys about, who went to the Bible study classes online, and was also my how do you call it, preceptor. Maybe that's too much information, maybe I shouldn't say it, but you know, there's no secret from me. I don't hold any secrets, and I don't believe I should hold any secrets anymore. I'm an open book. By the way, yeah, we were sitting at the table and we were joking around, and she just casually looked at my arm and asked me, "So Bob, what's with all of these scars, man? It looks like someone held a knife and, you know, like scratched your arm all over." And you know, that changed the whole vibe of the conversation. You know, we were joking around and she mentioned those scars, and I don't know what to say. I honestly, I was speechless for a while. I don't know what to say. Should I tell her the truth? You know, like I still find it hard to talk about it to this day. That yes, I have cut myself in the past, during high school, for reasons that I will not share. You know, like when your brain is developing and you feel insecure about yourself and you look at your peers, and you know, there are multiple reasons for why I wanted to seek attention from others by cutting myself in my most visible body parts, so that people can look at me back then and worry about me, you know. So yeah, she asked me, "What's with all these scars, man?" And I had to evade the question, and I said, "Well, you know, as a teenager, I used to skateboard a lot, and I would cut myself up." And that's the truth. That's the truth. I do cut myself up when I skateboard, but that was not the reason for why I got those scars. It was because of self-hatred, and you know, that's probably a topic for another video. This video is getting long. I just want to make this video to update everybody, to tell you guys that I am fine, and please do not call my workplace, because if you do call my workplace, they're gonna do a welfare check on me, and I don't want that. So please, anyone who has been doing that in the past, can you please do not do that again? Man, I'm fine, trust me, I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. Actually, I want to say I'm grateful that there are people out there who are looking out for me, but I want to say this to you: please do not stalk me on my socials, and please do not call my family or my co-workers or whatever and tell them, "Hey, can you check up on Bob?" Because I'm fine, man, I'm fine. I don't want any sympathy, I just want to share. Anyways, so yeah, my granddad died. My mom, obviously, she was really in shock. She was really sad. I think she's better now. So my dad has to cut his stay short to go back to Vietnam to mainly look after my mom. It's not so much that he needs to organize the funeral or anything, because yeah, our family can do that. Like my mom's side can do that. And when your mind is preoccupied with doing this, you're not gonna feel overly saddened by the death of someone in your family. When you're busy, then you won't think about it too much. I've been working as well. Is this a coping mechanism? Am I using work to escape thinking about my grandfather? Perhaps, but I think it's necessary. I think I need to do that to not live so much in my head and for others, and you know, when I can help others, I feel less sad. It's hard to explain, but yeah, when you do something for others, you tend not to focus so much on your problems anymore. And that's why people also say nurses are some of the most, well, nurses and doctors and first responders are some of the worst people when it comes to their own health. The worst people who can look after themselves, because we're there for others. Maybe it's a coping mechanism for traumas. We want to help others so we don't think about ourselves. Perhaps, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Maybe you can psychoanalyze me. Go for it. Yeah. So that's what's been happening. Some of you might be asking me, so what's going on with Aaron? How is he doing at work? He's actually enjoying his work, working on a tulips farm right now. The man even returned to this little town to give me some flowers. I mean, not flowers, but bulbs to plant in the garden. Yeah, which is really nice of him. By the way, the place that Aaron was staying at, it was really bad for him. He was telling me it was a garage, so he basically lived in a renovated garage, and every time he needs to go to the toilet, he needs to unlock the main door to the house, go upstairs, go past his co-worker / manager's bedroom and sit on the toilet. The poor guy, he was telling me he was so embarrassed. He felt so awkward to ask her about the shower situation, because apparently he couldn't get the right temperature of water in the shower. It's either too hot or too cold, and he doesn't know how to work it, but he was too embarrassed to ask his manager, who by the way also lives in the same house. Man, when I think about it, I don't think I want to work with someone and then go home to live with them. It's just awkward, man. And I get Aaron completely. I would feel awkward as well. So Aaron was telling me what he's been doing when it's time for him to go to the toilet is that he would drive to the beach, wait till everybody is gone, you know, at 6 p.m, all the cars are gone. Then he would use the public toilet and the public shower. And I feel bad for the dude. Apparently Aaron was going to move houses this week, but he also found out that his colleagues, who also works on the tulip farm, they're currently in jail, which is absurd. Why is this guy why is Aaron experiencing some of the most fucked up shit ever? Like he keeps running into these situations. I don't know why. Maybe he just, you know, like you attract what you are. Maybe he's just a strange individual and he attracts weird people. That's what I've noticed. The man is highly autistic. He likes to overshare like me. Sometimes he doesn't know boundaries, and he doesn't know how to read social cues, and which can be a good thing and a bad thing sometimes. Like, his life is never dull. Like, he's a horrible organizer. Like, he's very bad at planning. He gets sidetracked. That's something my dad commented on, and that's why he was not impressed with Aaron when my dad found out that he's dating my sister. You know, like, my dad is not happy about this. My mom is not happy about this either. But yeah, the dude attracts weird people. He keeps running into these strange situations because of his lack of planning and forward thinking. You know, like, he's very spontaneous. He's very extroverted. You know, like, he talks to people, he overshares, he gets into these weird relationships, and that's why he he runs into these strange situations. But yeah, apparently one of his colleagues, who by the way, he was gonna stay with this couple, who by the way also came from the Netherlands. They were renting a unit, and they wanted Aram to share the rent with them. And apparently the female colleague slashed or cut Aram's male colleague, the couple, you know, like the two of them. I don't know the full story, but apparently the woman slashed the man's throat, and now I don't know, maybe she's in jail, maybe he's in jail. I don't know what's going on. That's what I heard from Aram, and that's why he's rethinking about staying with the couple. Anyways, this video is shocking. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's mainly to update people so that they don't freak out and they think I might have committed suicide or whatever. I will never commit suicide again, you know. This is something that I take very seriously. I will never ever willingly end my life. It has to be an accident. If something were to happen and I die, I will never kill myself, okay? As always, I really am grateful for people looking out for me. I'm really thankful that you guys are here and tuning in. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, if we are here together, then, you know, like I would spend time with you. It's just, there's just too much on my mind at the moment, and you know, I need to prioritize my number one. I am the most important person in my life at the moment. So yeah, I apologize. Thank you for listening to me rambling. I hope you're well. Stay strong. God bless, and I'll speak to you soon.